You know that feeling of chasing after your runner, trying every strategy you can find out there, sending mental messages, doing rituals, and still, he keeps pulling away. Well, there's a powerful reason behind all of this that no one has told you yet. The issue isn't in your mind, it's in the quantum field you're projecting. Quantum shift is the invisible key that changes the entire dynamic, because while you're trying to stop twin flame running using psychological or earthly methods, he's responding to an energetic frequency you don't even realize you're sending out. The raw truth is that you can only force the runner to stop once you understand that his running isn't about you as a person, it's about the vibration you're emitting every second, with every thought, with every desperate action you take. When you try to reach him through calls, messages, or even energetically from an anxious place, you're feeding the exact frequency that makes him run faster. Most people on this spiritual path believe that sending love and light, doing beautiful meditations, and waiting for the universe to bring the runner back is enough. But the reality is very different. The reason why so many techniques fail isn't because you're doing them wrong, it's because you're operating at the wrong frequency from the very beginning. It's like trying to tune into a radio station. You can have the best device in the world, but if you're on the wrong frequency, all you'll hear is static. Your runner is literally running from the energy of need, lack, and emptiness that you unconsciously transmit every time you think about him with that feeling of incompleteness. Every time you check his WhatsApp, every time you stalk him on social media, every time you ask yourself, why isn't he coming back? You're sending quantum waves of scarcity into the universe. Here's the part that changes everything. There is one single quantum shift, one energetic move, that completely flips this dynamic and literally forces your runner to stop running. It's not about doing more, it's about being different. It's not about complicated techniques, it's about a deep transformation in your base frequency, in what you naturally emit without even noticing. I've seen this work dozens of times, including with myself when I finally realized my twin flame wasn't running from me, he was running from the desperate energy I carried as if it were my identity. And the most fascinating thing is that when you make this shift correctly, not only does the runner stop running, but your entire reality begins to reorganize itself around the new frequency you've stepped into. What you're about to discover here isn't that superficial content you see everywhere, you know. These truths about twin flame energy and how the energetic dynamic between you and your runner actually works are insights most people take years to understand, if they ever understand at all. I'm here to give you the keys, the hidden codes that completely transform your journey and pull you out of that endless cycle of chasing and suffering. When you finally understand why the runner runs, not just on the surface, but at its quantum core, everything changes. And I want you to have access to this powerful knowledge every time I share something new. That's why I'm inviting you to like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, because every video I post is another piece of the puzzle of your union, and you don't want to miss any of these essential pieces. Think about it, how many times have you felt like you were so close to understanding something important about your connection, but it still felt like one crucial piece was missing? That happens because twin flame knowledge is scattered, fragmented, and a lot of people out there teach things that actually make your journey harder instead of helping you. When you subscribe and turn on notifications, you're not just placing trust in my work, you're placing trust in your union, in your ability to attract what is yours by divine right. You're telling the universe, I'm ready to receive the truths that will free me from this emotional prison. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to shift my frequency and transform my reality. And trust me, the universe responds to that level of commitment in ways you can't even imagine. Everyone who subscribes here and truly applies what I teach creates a permanent shift in their journey. This isn't a temporary band-aid that makes you feel better for a few days only for everything to fall apart again. The tools I share are designed to transform the root of the problem, to change the frequency you naturally operate from, and that creates deep, lasting results. I promise to bring you content that will transform not only your connection with your twin flame but your entire life, because when you shift your quantum frequency, everything around you shifts too. Now let's get straight to the point of what actually makes the runner stop running, and I need you to pay close attention because this goes against almost everything you've probably heard out there. The runner only stops running when your quantum frequency changes in a radical and permanent way, not when you do more rituals, not when you send more love energy, not when you try to communicate with him telepathically. The shift has to happen within you, in the vibration you naturally emit every second of your day. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make this transformation real. It isn't complicated, it doesn't require years of therapy or advanced spiritual practices, but it does require that you understand the mechanics behind all of this and apply what I'll teach you with precision. I know you've already tried everything, you've meditated, you've worked on letting go, you've tried focusing on yourself, but something always felt missing, didn't it? That's because most techniques work only on the surface, they deal with the symptoms but not with the root cause. What I'm about to show you takes you directly to the source, the energetic core that sustains this entire chase and run dynamic. And most importantly, you need to watch this video until the end, because at the end I'll give you the complete activation protocol, the final quantum gesture that seals the transformation and makes the shift permanent, not temporary. Without this final protocol, you may even shift your frequency, but it won't hold, you'll end up slipping back into old patterns without even realizing it. So commit right now to stay with me until the very end of this video, because every minute you invest here will save you months, or even years, of pain and confusion. The path I'm about to show you is direct, powerful, and effective because it works with the quantum laws that govern all energetic relationships, especially the twin flame connection, which is the most intense and challenging of all. Let's begin unraveling the secrets that will completely transform your journey. Phase 1, Disconnection. The frequency of chasing, the common mistake. Let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind right now. Your runner isn't running from you as a person, he's running from the frequency of need that you're emitting without even realizing it. Every time you feel that tightness in your chest and think, I need him in my life, you're sending out a powerful quantum wave that screams to the entire universe, there's a huge lack here, there's a void that needs to be filled. And guess what happens? The runner feels that scarcity frequency as if it were literal pressure on his chest, like someone is draining his life force energy, and the only reaction his system can have is to run. Energetically, he feels like he needs to protect himself from the emptiness you're radiating. It's not your fault, no one ever taught you this. But now that you know it, everything can change. Think about a real situation you may have experienced before. Imagine someone who is desperate for a job, talking non-stop about how they need that position, how their life depends on it. Notice how everything seems to fall apart for that person, doors close, interviews go nowhere. That happens because the frequency of desperation repels exactly what the person is trying to attract. Now imagine that multiplied by 1,000 in a twin flame connection, where both of you are energetically linked in a way no other human relationship can replicate. Every thought you have about him, every time you check your phone hoping for a message, every frustrated sigh of, why isn't he coming back? All of that is a quantum transmission of lack that he picks up even if he's on the other side of the world, even if you haven't spoken in months. Quantum science shows us something fascinating: energy follows intention, and intention carries a specific frequency. When you try to manifest from a place of lack, you're literally programming the quantum field around you to create more lack, more emptiness, more distance. It's like you're sending out a constant SOS signal, and the runner, who is already dealing with his own fears and emotional blocks, feels that SOS as a threat to his stability. He doesn't consciously think, I'm going to run from this energy, but his nervous system, his intuition, his energetic field all respond automatically by fleeing from a frequency that drains his peace. And the more you chase, the faster he runs, creating a vicious cycle that feels impossible to break. 1. The science. Now let's dive into the part that really explains the mechanics behind all of this, because this isn't motivational coach talk, this is quantum physics applied to energetic relationships. In the quantum field, the invisible field of energy and information that permeates everything in the universe. The frequency of lack literally creates a void, an energetic black hole that pulls everything into it. When you operate from this frequency of neediness, you're not just feeling emotionally bad, you're creating a magnetic field of scarcity that repels exactly what you want the most. The runner, who is connected to you energetically on a level that transcends the physical, feels this void as if it were his own, like suddenly he has to carry not only his own fears and insecurities, but yours too. Here's the crucial part most people don't understand: he's not running to fill his void, he's running because he feels he's being pulled into yours, and it terrifies him. It's like he looks at your connection and sees a bottomless pit of need, longing, and expectations that he feels he could never meet. Imagine walking peacefully and suddenly someone throws a gigantic backpack full of rocks onto your shoulders and then follows you around expecting you to carry it forever. What would you naturally do? You'd want to take it off, you'd want to run from the person forcing you to carry that weight. That's exactly what happens energetically when you emit the frequency of lack. The quantum field doesn't distinguish between your emptiness and his. It blends everything together into one chaotic frequency that generates repulsion instead of attraction. As long as you're sending out this energy of incompleteness, this, "I'll only be happy when he comes back," you're creating an invisible force field that literally pushes him away. And the more spiritually aware he is, the more sensitive he becomes to these frequencies, and the stronger his urge to run. It's not because he doesn't love you. It's not because the connection isn't real. It's because his energetic system is programmed to seek balance, peace, and wholeness, and he cannot find those things in a frequency of scarcity. So he runs, trying to stabilize himself, unaware that until you change your frequency, he'll continue to run indefinitely. 2. The first quantum step. Now it's time for you to take the most powerful, and simultaneously the most challenging, action of this entire journey. You must completely, 100% stop every thought and action that tries to reach, monitor, or chase his energy. And when I say completely, I don't mean, "I'll try to think about him less." No. I mean a radical cut, a deliberate, firm decision to stop feeding the frequency of chasing. That means no checking his social media, no asking mutual friends about him, no sending him energy during meditations with the intention of calling him back, no doing absolutely anything that comes from a place of, "I need to know about him, I need him to return." It may seem impossible, I know, but it's exactly this impossible action that creates the quantum shift you've been seeking. Let me give you a real-life example of what this looks like. Say you wake up in the morning and the first thought is, "I wonder if he thought about me." Right there, you need to consciously redirect your attention to something that fills you up, maybe gratitude for the day ahead, maybe an intention to live fully regardless of anyone else. During the day, when you grab your phone and feel the automatic impulse to look at his profile, you stop, take a deep breath, and choose to do something else. Call a friend, read a few pages of an inspiring book like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, or simply put your phone down and go for a walk while noticing the world around you. Every time you overcome the impulse, you break an old energetic pattern and build a new one. At night, when that wave of longing hits you hard, instead of sending energetic messages or replaying old conversations, you're going to do something revolutionary. You're going to connect with your own energy. You're going to feel your own presence and recognize that you are whole exactly as you are right now. It may feel strange at first, it may even hurt a little because you've been using his energy as an emotional crutch. But as the days go by, you'll notice something extraordinary happening. You'll start feeling lighter, more centered, more powerful. And it's exactly at that moment, when you are no longer energetically chasing him, that the quantum field begins to reorganize itself and the frequency you emit starts to transform, preparing the ground for the real shift that's coming next. Phase 2, the quantum shift, the all protocol, the quantum gesture. Now we move into the heart of the transformation, the exact moment where everything truly changes and you begin operating at a completely different frequency. The quantum shift that literally forces your runner to stop running happens when you make the energetic transition from "I need him to feel whole" to "I am everything, I am complete fullness." This is not about pretending you don't care, nor about repressing your feelings or acting as if the connection doesn't exist. It's about a deep and genuine shift in how you perceive yourself and how you position yourself energetically in the world. When you truly embody the frequency of all, you become a magnetic field of completeness that seeks nothing outside yourself, that doesn't need anyone to feel whole, and this creates a total inversion in the energetic dynamic between you. Think about this. Have you ever noticed how the most attractive people aren't necessarily the most physically beautiful, but those who are comfortable with themselves, who don't need anyone's approval, who radiate an energy of self-sufficiency? That's exactly what happens when you make this quantum shift from lack to fullness. The runner, who had been running from your neediness, suddenly senses a radical change in the energetic field. He feels that the emptiness that once scared him is simply gone, and in its place there is something magnetic, something that draws him in instead of pushing him away. He doesn't intellectually understand what changed, but energetically he feels that it's now safe to come closer, because you are no longer energetically dependent on him. This shift does not happen by reciting nice affirmations in the mirror or by doing superficial meditations. It requires that you truly feel, deep within your being, that you are complete. It's an identity shift, a transformation in how you relate to life itself, not just to your twin flame. When you reach this state, you stop living for him, stop putting your life on hold waiting for him to return, stop feeling that painful emptiness every time you remember he isn't physically present. You begin to live fully, enjoy each moment, feel gratitude for your own existence independent of any external circumstance, and this is the most powerful frequency that exists in the entire universe. 3. Technique. Now I'm going to teach you an extremely simple yet absurdly powerful technique that will anchor this frequency of fullness into your energetic field permanently. Every morning, before touching your phone, before interacting with the external world, before letting any external energy enter your field, you will sit comfortably for just 3 minutes and do something that will completely reshape the direction of your day and your life. During these 3 minutes, you will close your eyes, place your hand over your heart and feel, not imagine, but actually feel, 100% fullness inside you. Visualize and feel that you already have perfect love, material abundance, deep peace, genuine joy, everything you desire, and feel it as if it already is your present reality. The key here is not to do this mechanically or repeat empty words. You must dive deeply into the emotion of already having everything you need. Visualize yourself waking up next to the love of your life, feeling the warmth of his presence, the peace of knowing you are united and happy. Feel abundance flowing into your bank account, see yourself checking your balance and smiling wide at the numbers. Imagine walking through your home, or the home of your dreams, feeling that profound gratitude for everything you've built and everything you are. And most importantly, feel all this as real right now, not as something that will happen one day, but as something that already exists in the present moment, no matter what your physical eyes see. When you do this every morning, something magical starts happening in your quantum field. You begin programming your base frequency to fullness instead of lack. It's like recalibrating your energy GPS to an entirely different destination. The first few days might feel strange. You might feel resistance. That little voice might whisper, "But this isn't real, he's not here." Ignore that voice, that is just your ego trying to keep you in your old pattern. Keep practicing, keep feeling that fullness every day, and slowly you will notice that throughout the day you emanate a different energy, lighter, more confident, more complete. And that is the frequency that finally begins working in favor of your union, in a way no other technique has ever been able to achieve. 4. The effect. What happens when you practice this technique daily and truly embody the frequency of fullness is something that seems miraculous, but in reality, it's just pure quantum physics in action. You start sending to the universe, and to the energetic field that connects you and your twin flame, a new, completely revolutionary quantum message. The field is complete. There is no lack here. There is no emptiness waiting to be filled. This energetic transmission is instantly picked up by the runner, even if he's on the other side of the planet, even if you haven't spoken for months or years. His energetic system registers the shift, and something profound begins changing in how he perceives you and the connection. Imagine that until now, you were like a gravitational black hole constantly pulling him with the force of neediness, and suddenly, you transform into a bright star emitting your own light, needing nothing from anyone because you are already whole. The effect of this change on the runner is immediate and deep. He stops feeling that energetic pressure in his chest, that weight of needing to fill your emptiness, that anxiety of never being able to meet your expectations. Suddenly, the frequency coming from you is peace, stability, completeness, and this creates a safe space for him to finally stop running. It's not that he consciously thinks, "Oh, she changed, now I'll come back." It's that his energetic system senses that it is now safe to approach, that there is no longer a risk of being pulled into emotional emptiness. The most extraordinary part is this. This shift forces the runner to stop running because the very reason for his running simply no longer exists. He was running from emptiness, neediness, energetic dependence, and when all that disappears and is replaced by fullness and self-sufficiency, the impulse to run loses all purpose. It's like someone running from a storm that suddenly turns into a bright sunny day. There's no longer a reason to keep running. He begins to feel a magnetic attraction to your new frequency because this frequency resonates with what his soul has always sought. A true connection between two complete beings, not between two halves trying to complete each other. Phase 3, the field of attraction, the final gesture, the outcome. When you finally reach and maintain this stable frequency of completeness, something extraordinary begins to happen in the energetic field between you and your runner, something you've probably dreamed of many times but believed was impossible. He starts to feel your stable and complete frequency like a bright lighthouse in the darkness, like a safe harbor after a violent storm at sea. The energy you now radiate is no longer that chaotic vibration of need and anxiety that once made him run, but a solid, centered, magnetic frequency of absolute wholeness. And the most fascinating part is that he is literally drawn to this field of completeness you've created, because energetically every human being seeks peace, stability, and genuine love that demands nothing in return, that simply is. His running loses all purpose because what once threatened him, the energetic emptiness he felt he needed to fill, simply no longer exists. It's as if you erased the trigger that activated his flight response, and now he can finally look at the connection without fear, without the sensation that he's going to be swallowed up by impossible expectations. He begins to perceive, even if unconsciously, that you've become a magnetic field of attraction, a space where he can finally rest, where he can be himself without carrying the burden of filling any void. And this perception changes everything, because for the first time he can consider getting closer without feeling like he's walking into an emotional trap. What you created wasn't a manipulative strategy to bring him back, but a genuine transformation that benefits you first, and as a natural consequence, transforms the entire dynamic between you. He senses that you can now meet as two whole beings who choose each other out of true love, not out of need or dependency. The twin flame energy between you begins to flow in a healthy, harmonious, powerful way, because now there is an energetic balance that didn't exist before. And the universe, which always seeks harmony and equilibrium, starts to work in favor of your union in ways you could never have planned or imagined. 5. The final ACT, the quantum final gesture. Now let's seal all this transformation with the final quantum gesture, the energetic ritual that will permanently anchor this new frequency in your being and in the field around you. You will stand in front of a mirror, look deeply into your own eyes, connect with your deepest essence, and say out loud 3 times, feeling every word vibrate in your chest. I am the portal of my own wholeness. It cannot be mechanical, it cannot be empty words coming out of your mouth. It must be a visceral declaration that rises from the depths of your being, a statement that echoes into your soul and reprograms every cell in your body. When you speak this while looking into your own eyes, you are making a sacred pact with yourself, declaring to the entire universe that you no longer seek completeness outside of you. This gesture may seem simple, but it carries immense transformative power because you're using three potent elements simultaneously. Your voice, which creates sonic vibration and moves energy. The mirror, which reflects your own image and creates an energetic loop of recognition. And the repetition 3 times, a sacred number in nearly all spiritual traditions worldwide. When you say, "I am the portal," you are acknowledging that everything you need already exists within you, that you are the gateway to all blessings, to all love, to all abundance. When you say, "Of my own wholeness," you are declaring energetic sovereignty, affirming that your completeness does not depend on anyone, not even on your twin flame. Do this ritual every day, preferably in the morning after the 3-minute meditation, or at night before bed to program your subconscious while you sleep. In the first days, you might feel strange, you might even feel like you're lying to yourself, but keep doing it anyway. As the days pass, something magical happens. You start to truly believe these words, you begin to feel the deep truth behind them. And when this happens, your quantum frequency changes permanently and irreversibly. You become literally a portal of wholeness, and anyone who enters your energetic field, especially your runner, will feel this powerful frequency and be naturally drawn to it. Look at how far you've come up to this point, how much deep, transformative knowledge you've just absorbed in these minutes we spent together. You now hold in your hands the complete activation protocol for quantum shift, the kind of knowledge most people take years to discover, if they ever discover it at all. You understood that the runner isn't running from you, but from the frequency of need you were emitting, and even more importantly, you learned exactly how to transform that frequency of scarcity into a magnetic frequency of absolute fullness. This isn't theoretical knowledge that looks pretty on paper, it's a practical, tested protocol that works because it aligns with the quantum laws that govern all energetic relationships in the universe. The key to everything you learned here lies in this fundamental truth that I need you to engrave in your heart: the runner only stops running when you stop running internally. As long as you are internally chasing, searching, needing, trying to fill an inner void through him, he will continue to run because energetically he feels that void as a threat to his own peace. But when you undergo this deep transformation, when you truly become the portal of your own wholeness, everything shifts instantly in the quantum field between you. The frequency you emit stops being repulsive and becomes irresistibly magnetic, and he simply can't resist this attraction because it resonates with what his soul has always been seeking. Now the responsibility is in your hands. You have the full map. You know exactly what needs to be done. Completely stop all chasing behaviors, practice the 3-minute fullness meditation every day, and seal everything with the final quantum gesture in front of the mirror. Don't underestimate the power of these simple practices. Simplicity doesn't mean lack of power, it means the truth is so pure it doesn't need complications. Apply this with discipline and consistency, and in just a few weeks you'll begin to see changes not only in your connection with the runner but in your entire life, because when you shift your base frequency, the whole universe reorganizes itself to reflect this new vibration. Now, I have something very important to tell you. The quantum shift you just learned will make your runner stop running. It will transform the frequency between you and create this irresistible magnetic field of wholeness. But there's a question that's probably echoing in your mind right now. Okay, he'll stop running, but what will actually make him contact me? What will make him take the next step and genuinely approach me? This is a crucial piece of the puzzle that I've already explored in depth in another video on the channel, a true masterclass that perfectly complements everything you learned today and gives you the next layer of this entire transformation. I created a specific video called, "The Only Trick That Forces Your Runner to Contact You," and I promise you that when you watch that video right after this one, you'll have the complete protocol, end to end, not only to stop the running but also to magnetize his contact in a natural and powerful way. There's no point in making the quantum shift if you don't know how to channel this new frequency to attract his communication, to create the perfect energetic conditions that will make him pick up the phone, send that message, or show up in your life in a concrete way. That next video shows you exactly the practical steps, the secret techniques I discovered through my own journey and through the journeys of hundreds of people I've helped. So if you truly want to complete this transformation and start receiving his response even today, click now on the end screen. Don't leave it for later. Don't miss the opportunity to have in your hands all the knowledge that will completely change your reality with your twin flame. The sooner you apply both protocols together, the quantum shift to stop the running and the unique trick to accelerate concrete results, the faster your reality will change. Click now, watch the next video, and get ready to experience the transformation you've always dreamed of. Now tell me something, after everything you learned here today, are you going to continue doing the same things that kept you stuck in this cycle of suffering, or are you finally going to make the decision to apply this powerful knowledge and transform your reality once and for all? Think about it, how many months, maybe years, have you spent hoping something would magically change, hoping he would wake up one day different and run back into your arms? The truth is nothing will change out there until you change in here, until you make this quantum shift in your base frequency. And now you have exactly what you need to make that happen for real. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself right now. Are you willing to stop running internally, to completely interrupt these chasing patterns that only push him further away? Are you ready to wake up every day and do those 3 minutes of fullness, to look in the mirror and declare with conviction that you are the portal of your own wholeness? Because I can give you every tool in the world, every protocol and quantum secret, but if you don't apply any of it, if you finish this video and return to your old habits, absolutely nothing will change. The real question is, do you truly want to live the union of your dreams, or do you prefer to stay in this painful comfort zone where you can complain that nothing works without actually doing the inner work? Look, I know real transformation is scary. I know taking this quantum leap requires courage and commitment. But I also know you didn't come this far, didn't watch this entire video, if you didn't already have a powerful force inside you ready to emerge and change everything. So I invite you to make this decision right now. For the next 21 days, you will apply everything you learned here with discipline and consistency, and I guarantee your life will start transforming in ways you never thought possible. And to make sure you continue receiving this kind of transformational knowledge, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications, because I'm here every week bringing content that supports your journey and guides you toward the union you deserve to live.